But right now, what we are talking about is the news with Miss Patty Piper, and it's a big travel weekend, of course, Patty. What do you have for us today?
Big travel weekend, and from the Eat, Drink, Explore news desk, we're looking at the stories we're following on this Sunday morning. One of the busiest weekends of the year at Yosemite National Park, but this Labor Day is shrouded with fear over a deadly virus that's killed 2 people and sickened 6. The Park Service has narrowed the source of the hantavirus to tent cabins at Yosemite's Curry Village. The disease is spread through contact with infected rodent urine, droppings, or saliva. The park says it is safe to visit, and you may actually find an open reservation tonight as some visitors canceled their plans because of fear of getting the disease.
Wow. Labor Day weekend, being able to secure a reservation in Yosemite National Park, I gotta say, I'd like... maybe I'll drive over there and take advantage of that.
It could be opportunity for some people, especially if you're one of those last-minute planners.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not a planner.
That's me.
And the LA Times, Randall, says it's a 20% cancellation rate at the park's lodging facilities, and this is the holiday weekend when the units are typically sold out.
Wow, so 1 in 5 reservations, the people thought, yeah, I don't know,
And canceled.
Okay.
But that could be opportunity for you. All right, you may find yourself drinking beer twice as quickly this weekend if you are drinking from a glass with curves. This is according to a new study out of England. Drinkers with no history of alcoholism between the ages of 18 and 40 took part in the study using both beer and soft drinks. Served in 2 types of glasses, the participants drank beer at half the speed from a straight-sided glass compared to a curved glass. This was not the case, though, with the soft drinks. Researchers say it is more difficult to accurately judge the halfway point of shaped glasses, so it is more difficult for drinkers to gauge how much they've consumed.
Well, now I know my problem. I need to replace all my glasses at home. They're all curved.
Those dangerous curves.
Right.
All right. The federal government is looking into whether it's safe for you to use your electronic gadgets on board planes during takeoff and landing. I know we've all sat next to someone who is ignoring those admonishments of turning off your phone, and it is a little nerve-wracking because you're thinking, is that going to be a problem?
Right.
I just turn it right away. Turn it off.
We're taking off.
Well, an FAA committee is going to be formed this fall and should have an answer for that by late spring. Currently, the rules require each airline to determine when it's safe for electronics to be turned on during a flight. The main concern is about radio waves emitted by some devices that could interfere with the cockpit equipment. That is what I never want to do.
No.
Will not be me over a text message. All right, gasoline prices are among the highest ever for a Labor Day weekend, and this is according to this morning's AAA Fuel Gauge report. I love that website.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Latest information on gas prices. The average price of gasoline in California is $4.16 a gallon for regular gas. The national average has increased more than 30 cents a gallon in August. That's the largest monthly price increase since spring of last year. Now, prices should drop after the holiday weekend as demand decreases. Gulf Coast refineries resume operations, and a less expensive winter fuel blend hits the market. Look for those gas prices to drop. All right.
I just gave you a little whoosh sound into your next
good.
story. Right. I thought, hey, I can do this.
All right. If your weekend holiday plans include traveling around the state, expect a comfortable day for the most part. Temperatures a bit warmer, though, tomorrow. Upper 80s to low 90s are forecast for the interior valleys with a high of 91 for Sacramento, 88 in Fresno. And along the coast, that marine layer moved in over much of the region. We're looking at it out the window right now. We are expecting mid-60s for Sunday. Now, Los Angeles should see a high of 78. San Francisco will be at 67. And here at the Eat, Drink, Explore studios in beautiful downtown San Luis Obispo, we'll see this fog overhead burn off. Clear skies expected later on today with a lovely high, Randall, of 72 degrees. Don't you think there are some people out there who might be listening in other parts of the country? A little bit jealous right now.
You know, my so I got that information from the National Weather Service, but my iPhone, it always tells me something different. And
it's the microclimates.
Yeah, and so for the local weather right now, it says we will have a high of 79 today, which is still perfectly comfortable
for San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, and a little bit warmer again tomorrow, just like our forecast said. But so slightly warmer here. But yeah, really a pleasant day. And when you think about how hot it can be this time of year in the Central Valley, at triple digits and such, that's not too bad.
No, not too bad at all. And I was just out near one of your favorite RV parking spots in Avila.
Yes.
The other day, people were there jockeying for spaces.
Oh, yeah. It's the big weekend.
Yeah. And they're expecting lovely weather there. A little bit cooler in Avila this next couple days.
Well, we'll find out how unplugged all those people are when we return with our guest who's going to talk about mental health while traveling and why you should get rid of all those devices. Back in a moment. During its heyday in the 1920s and 30s, San Luis Obispo County's Hearst Castle saw many a lavish party, attended by the rich and famous. Now you too can head to the castle for a once-in-a-lifetime experience featuring local, farm-inspired cuisine to celebrate the rich history of locavore living that Mr. Hearst pioneered in the region as you sip wine and sample fresh seafood, locally grown produce, and meats from nearby farmers and ranchers. Eco-friendly wine lovers will appreciate the Vine to Glass theme carried throughout the event, featuring the best vintages from the region. It's part of opening night for this year's Sunset Savor the Central Coast, the West Coast premier food and wine event, September 27th through the 30th, to culminate California Wine Month. To purchase tickets and for a full listing of activities, head to savorcentralcoast.com.